Hi YouTube! Welcome back to Fire Emblem Awakening. It's no secret that I love this game, but I feel like I've only shared one facet of that appreciation on this channel. Almost all my content is gameplay focused, and while I obviously have opinions on the other aspects of these games, I haven't talked much about them publicly to avoid starting fights or becoming part of some online discourse cycle. That is, until now. The Fire Emblem series does a phenomenal job of weaving its plots, moment-to-moment gameplay, and even its tutorials together into a single cohesive experience that really puts the player in the shoes of the main character. Today we're going to focus on Chapter 5 of Awakening, because this map has one of my favorite examples of gameplay story integration in the series, and I'm going to use it to demonstrate some of what makes these games such narrative masterpieces. I don't want to waste your time today, so let's get started. After the events of Chapter 4, Crom's group finds out that Maribel, Lys's troubadour friend we briefly met a few maps ago, has been kidnapped by Plegian soldiers. Exalt Imran, Crom's older sister, decides to meet with the Plegian king Gangrel to nip whatever conflict he's trying to start in the bud. Crom tags along and brings his paramilitary unit, the Shepherds, that's us, as backup.
I beg your pardon. You may call me a Versa.
It turns out that the offer of backup was warranted, since we meet Gangrel at the border and he's got Maribel in tow. He proposes a trade. We receive Maribel, and he receives the Fire Emblem. He frames this as reparations for his kingdom's suffering during the rule of Imran's predecessor, but there's no way our protagonist would give up a legendary MacGuffin that easily.
You're an eyesore.
No!
Here, Gangrel is acting as a sort of audience insert. His frustration at the in-universe characters' extended deliberations mirrors the audience's frustration at the combined real-life length of this cutscene and the last. He came here for bloodshed, just like we came here to play a strategy game. Gangrel meets us halfway by rallying the troops he had hiding for an ambush. Crom's been looking for any reason to take Gangrel down, and this gives it to him on a silver platter.
Think again. Oh?
Really now? No.
While both sides are preparing for battle, Rickon, a young mage Crom told to stay home for this mission at the end of last chapter, shows up to rescue Maribel. This scene justifies why Rickon and Maribel will start separated from the rest of our army, but it also communicates one of Awakening's core themes to the player. Sometimes, you need to challenge your fate, and you do that by exercising your agency to take a path you believe leads to the best outcome, rather than defaulting to the one set out for you by others. In Rickon's case, that was secretly following the Shepherds to help with the rescue operation.
Yes.
In my case as the player, that could be something like advocating for Speed Boon Robin in response to misinformation that Defense Boon is the best option.
You little...
When we finish our preparations, Gangrel comes onto the field to gloat and give some last-minute instructions to the boss. In-universe, this line is a briefing on the plan of attack for this battle, but out-of-universe, it tells us, the players, that this map will have reinforcements on it, which is important since that's a mechanic we haven't seen yet. It tells us that they exist and gives us a general idea of where they'll come from, but not when or what type they'll be, so it indicates that we need to stay vigilant and not let our guard down. The payoff for this comes at the end of player phase on turn 3, so let's jump ahead to illustrate why it works. At first glance, this looks like the end of any other good turn in a Fire Emblem game. Every immediate threat has been dealt with, we're set up in a good position to meet the next wave of enemies, and we have enough unpaired units to keep our options open for the next player phase. When we end our turn this time though, something magical happens that combines a tutorial, a story beat, and a gameplay mechanic all at once. Here, the player's thoughts of "this is bullshit" perfectly mirror Crom's thoughts seeing his sister bleeding on the ground, and that's because it is bullshit. Sometimes though, that's just the price you have to pay for immersive storytelling. Given enough time, I'm sure Crom will develop the media literacy to understand that, just like we do. Thanks for watching and have a great April Fool's Day. Oh, and don't worry about Lissa, she'll be okay. She's willing to put up with a lot for the sake of comedy.